Hello, hello, hello. Lads, lasses, people with glasses, and of course, all of those in between. My name, in case you didn't already know, is Dexter, and welcome to the Low Energy Livestream, where I'm feeling pretty low energy today. I've been off pretty much all of this week, and I just can't be bothered. There was so much that I was supposed to be working on today, so much that I was supposed to be trying to get done. Well, all week really, and I just haven't been bothered. But right, I'm trying to turn the wheels slightly so you can't see exactly what's on my laptop screen. And I'm going to try and get a few things done here before we start getting anyone else in. Because I think the only viewer that I actually have in here at the moment is myself. So, woohoo! Right, so I'll turn audio off on there just in case anything loud comes through and I get feedback. I'll restart that so the live chat should come through. I still need to get this stuff sorted out. I am absolutely terrible at this, and yeah, I'm just absolutely terrible at doing it, sorting this stuff out. So, you know what it is? I've got my live stream on here, and it's not even saying that I'm in here myself. I think tonight's live stream might go terribly. Anyway, I've got water and I've got coffee, so black coffee with no sugar. Oh, not used to that. But yeah, it is what it is. So, consider I've now gone live. I'll cut that. Nope. Actually, I'll save that. So, what am I saying? The topics, the links to things that we'll be chatting about in today's stream are linked down below if you want to check the comments section. Hello, viewer. The links are in the comments section, so the topics for today's discussion and where to play this weekend will be linked in the comments section down in the description section down below. So feel free to check that out, and hopefully I might be able to entertain you today, and hopefully we might actually get you somewhere to go and play this weekend. So, win-win. Right, back over to this one. So, before I do anything there, I'm going to quickly, I don't want to be on that page, I think we'll go over onto UK Paintball, and we'll post something on there, and we'll try and get a few people in here. If you're paying attention, not if you're paying attention, but if you want to, feel free to share the live stream links around, and the more people that we can get in here, the better the conversation will flow. Right, now I'm going to back up on that page because I don't need that one open, and I don't want to mislead people by thinking that there's more people in here or not than there is. I also want to know if there is actually people in here or not, or if it's just myself. Right, so next thing, for some reason, pages aren't loading on my laptop. Strange. Yes, I do still have internet. Don't know where it is. Right, so close that one. Hello, Carlton. Hello. Welcome to the Low Energy Livestream. Where, as I said before, today is very low energy because I've had a very long day and a very lazy week. And things are just meh. And hello, Albert. Hello. Thank you for joining. With as always, you know it's great to have both of you here. Now I don't know how long the delay is between you posting stuff and me finally saying hello, so just give it a few seconds. I'll try and get the things as fast as I can. And as always, Albert, thank you very much for sharing stuff around. It's a big help. Really helps try and get people into the chat. And as I said before, there. The more the merrier, the more people that we get here, the more people that we can get talking, the better the conversation will be. And hopefully, you know, as I keep saying, the more people that we have come in here, the more people that we have talk, the better things can be. We can build a community here. We can have some real good conversations. And that's not just my live stream. That is going into, you know, going over onto Facebook, going into the Discord chat. We can get some real conversations going, and hopefully we can do something positive with this, and we can try and do something. We can try and do something good. I'm just rambling, but you know what I mean. Right. So, since we've got a couple of people here, I'll go over onto where to play this weekend. Unfortunately, due to the time of year it is, or it could just be that I'm irritating the fuck out of people on Facebook because I keep asking about if anyone's got any games going on. Unfortunately, this weekend coming up, which is the 22nd and 23rd of December, yes, you're looking that Sunday is 2 days before Christmas Day. Money's tight for a lot of people, although by this point, if you're buying stuff, if you're buying presents, they're probably going to be off a garage forecourt, aren't they? So, but I realise not everyone's got a lot of money at this time of year, so there isn't very many games on. But the game choice for this weekend is a little bit limited. Of course, there will be more than I'm aware of, but this is what I've got for you this week. So, District 23, there is an open class event. Saying open class because when they say open class, they're referring to all markers welcome, all playstyles, all markers. Everyone can go down and have a bit of fun. But because it is an indoor site and it's a relatively small site, they do have some stipulations on what they will allow. Every marker's welcome, but they do like it if people can kind of take it a bit easy on paint because it is very close quarters. Anyway, the details. This is actually a bit of a different one for normal. It is an afternoon game running from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. So, I know Albert, I know mate, cars, mine's in getting its MOT done the day. It's going to cost us for everything I need done 180 quid. So that's any money I was thinking of spending on playing gone. But it's you're stuck. You need them to get to games, but if you don't have them, you need them to get to a game. But then you spend money on getting them fixed, so you can't get to a game. it's the way life is, isn't it? Such is life. I know, mate. The thing is, I'm actually at work, and I'm half tempted to when I finish work to just drive straight down. But if it wasn't for the fact I'm at work on Sunday morning as well, I probably would. But frankly, I'm just not going to be able to get down either, and I'm gutted about it because it would have been the last time I'd probably get to play this year, unless something else comes up, which probably won't. Right. Anyway, as I was saying, you've got the District 23 open class game on the 22nd, running from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Entry is £18, including 500 paintballs, so you'll get a full bag. Extra paint is £10 a bag. And unfortunately, this game doesn't allow... Hello, viewers. Hello, extra viewers. Unfortunately, this game doesn't allow bring your own paint unless you've got a special arrangement with the site owner or site organisers. Because anyone that knows District 23 knows it is an indoor field. It's a small field. They don't just use it for paintball, so... they run kids' airsoft games. Well, they run airsoft games, but also run. Hello, Artwood. Hello, thank you very much for joining. So District 23, they also run kids' Nerf games and things like that. It's a multi-use site, so for the player there, you use it's like a white shell clear fill paintball, so it doesn't mark up the buildings. So yes, it is site paint only, unless you have an arrangement with the organizer. Because it's open to any type of style of play, it is 10 balls a second with no ramp. So it's a 10 shots a second cap. £5 deposit to allow for food planning. If you haven't been to District 23 before, it's fantastic in that just the food aspect of things. I do believe they are trying to sort something out food-wise, but don't have anything for food there themselves at the minute. But they do have a takeaway just around the corner which regularly delivers, so everyone chucks in a little bit of money, and some nights people get their own food, some nights they just get in a whole load of pizzas and everyone sort of shares and tucks in. You've all paid a bit, so everyone has a bit. For more information, you can look up District 23 Paintball on Facebook, or if you go into the comments section, hopefully my links will work. And there is links in the comments section that'll take you to District 23's the District 23 Facebook group. So you can find out more information there. Talk to the guys, talk to myself, find out whatever you want to know. Right, the next one. There is a Christmas party walk-on the 23rd, so that is on Sunday. At the Paintball Park, Kidderminster, running from 9 a.m. till late. And hello, an extra viewer. I can see that you're there, but I don't know who you are. Right, so Paintball Park, Kidderminster. Unfortunately, this event is only open to own kit players, so it's going to be a walk-ons. Unless you can contact them and arrange something in particular, this is only open to those that are going to be taking their own equipment. Which is why, I'm assuming this was why they're doing it this way. The only pricing is £25 per box for paint. There is no entry fee to this game, at least from the information that I've been that I've dug up. So, yeah, £25 per box of paint. It'll be side paint only for this, of course. And you will never find out. What will I never find out? I can't. I've got a really bad memory. I can't remember what I was just saying. So, yeah. As I said, there is no entry fee to this game. So, if you're in the area and you want to go and shoot some paint, £25 for a day's play, and that's £25 for a box of paint. Get yourself down, shoot some paint, have a good laugh, and come back next week and tell us if you had a good day. Tell us if you had a bad day. You know, I want to know if you're having a good day when you go to one of these events or when you go to one of these sites, because I want to know that if you've had a bad day, tell us you've had a bad day. Tell us why you've had a bad day, and I can talk about it with you. Obviously, I'm just sitting here in my spare bedroom. I don't know what the site's like. A lot of these sites I haven't played at because I'm not in the area to. If I was, I'd be playing. But just let us know what it's like. If you've had a great day, tell us what it was about the site that's made you have a great day, and we can share that with people. And hopefully, if more people see this, more people will find out why it was a great site, why you had fun. Don't just tell me though. Tell people on Facebook. We need to start sharing information again. Like 5-10 years, well, somewhere like maybe 7 years ago, we had a great paintball community. There was loads of people sharing information, and it seems like that's really gone downhill. And I want to bring that back. We need to spread more positivity about this. But at the same time, if something is shit, call it out. Because if you don't call out the bad stuff for sites, they won't know that they need to improve it. So let's get a conversation going. Let's get people talking. Let's share the good things and try and correct the bad things. Anyway, I've gone off on a complete tangent there. I've gone off on a complete ramble. If you're interested in the Paintball Park Kidderminster Christmas Party Walk-On, for more information, you can look up www.paintballpark.co.uk. And hello, extra viewer. I can see you coming in the chat. I can see you coming out the live stream. But again, I don't know who we are. Say hello in the comments. Let us know who we are. We can talk about this. As well as for another place, if you want to find them, you can also find them on Paintball Park Kidderminster on Facebook. Again, though, there is links in the description, so you can go on there and you can find stuff there if you want to just have a look on here and go straight off and be done with my ugly face, then feel free. I'm not getting paid to do this. Everything that I share in this video is because I want to share. And apparently, when you do that in the wrong place, you get a criminal record. Right. Ugh. Oh, that is rank. Oh, you definitely need milk in that coffee. Maybe I can try and sort of build myself into drinking black coffee, but just black coffee straight off the bat, no. I need sugar and I need milk, and that I'm a right fairy. I kind of handle black coffee. Right, so the first thing that I'm going to share off here, I'm going to pimp out the Discord server again. Yes, there is links in the description. I'm going to keep saying that. There is links in the description that'll take you to the Paintball Discord server. We're slowly starting to build up a bit of a membership in there, and there is more conversation happening. Again, as I keep saying, the more people that we get in these places, the more conversation that we can get going on. And for those that are new, for those that haven't watched my live streams before, bear in mind I only actually talked about this in the last one. The whole point of the paintball Discord server is that we can take like these live streams, and I mean I'll drop on after the live stream. I'll probably spend maybe half an hour or an hour in the Discord server. But even when I'm not there, people can drop on and they can have live chats. What I want from the Discord server is I want it to kind of be like a virtual coffee shop. You know, there's people sharing stuff on there. There's people sharing pictures, and in fact, I'll click over to it for a second. You know, we've got a general section, so you can drop on there and you can talk about how your day is going. You can talk about what's going on with you, or you can talk about if you've got a problem with paintball or something like you know, if you've got a problem with a gun or things like that. Or you just want to talk general chat about paintball. You can. We've got a picture section, so if you've got a good picture, you know, like you looking epic on field or something like that, if you've got a gun that you're really proud of that you want to share, you can share a picture. You know, we've got a video section, so if you're a content creator, go on there, drop your content, and you know you'll get the people from the Discord server. We can talk about we can talk about what we like, we can talk about what we didn't like. You know, you can share it and you can describe where you've been and things like that. We've got a tech support section, so if you are having problems with a specific piece of kit, again, you can drop it down there, and we can talk about it and we can try and find a way to get your gear up and running again. We're also having an EU events section and a North America events section. Depending on how the server grows, we may even add in extra sections. So if there's games going on in South America and we've got enough of a base on the server where there's a need for a South America Discord section for events, I'm more than happy for myself or one of the moderators to create a South American Discord section for events. And you know, no server would be complete without a memes section. So you can go on there, you can drop your dankest memes. I will probably never ever say that again. It's sometimes I realise that I'm starting to get a little bit older, and things that would have sounded reasonable, not good, but reasonable coming out of my mouth 10 years ago, just make me sound a bit old and dated. I feel like a bit like that that meme of I can't remember what his name is. It's the guy that played the cannibal in Con Air, where he walks up with a skateboard dressed in all like in baggy sort of skate gear and stuff, and it's, "How do you do, fellow kids?" I feel a little bit like that. Add me on Discord, man. I'm lazy and laying in the bath watching this. I hope it's nice and warm for you. Stuff just goes in your mouth now. I'm not even sure what that's in relation to, Chan. I say that much stuff just comes out of us. I lose track of what I've been talking about. But yeah, Craig, if you drop down into the the description section, I'm going to turn that light on because it's a bit dark. There we go. If you drop down into the description section, there is a link there to the paintball Discord server. Drop on, have a chat. You know. Last week, me and Albert sat in there and we had a bit of talk for, I think we probably sat and talked for about half an hour, almost an hour, just about things in the live stream, other things that were going on with paintball and stuff. Basically the only rules that I have with the Discord server, there is a rules section where there is rules in there. The basic rule of the Discord server is, well, in fact, since I'm on the topic and I have got it right here, we'll go through. Right. Number 1, all paintballers are welcome. You play paintball, you're welcome on the site. I keep saying I want to promote positivity within the game, and that's why I'm doing this. So all paintballers are welcome. Yeah, you can have a bit of friendly ribbon and stuff, but there is no bullying, because if this, I don't know anything about the guys that play this for the most part. I don't know if they play Pump, I don't know if they play Tony, I don't care. If you play MadFed and you come on here and people are ripping the shit out of you That's not what I want. I'm okay with a bit of friendly ribbon and stuff, but for the most part, all paintball as a welcome. Don't be a dick. Number 2. Being a dick is a bit subjective, but if people are saying, "However, mate, you're being a dick," then you're being a dick. Number 3. Abide by Discord's terms of service. I want this to grow. I don't want people posting shit that Discord doesn't like and getting shut down. If you're posting stuff that is against the Discord terms of service, I will block you. And I would expect one of my moderators will also block you. Because we're not going to take that shit. Abide by the law. Again, no posting anything that is against the law. And finally, respect each other and have fun. That's it. That's all I want. So, as far as I'm concerned, you can drop in, you can have a bit of chat, and we're all good. Right, no, right, sure. I've moved the push to talk key from the spacebar as it was doing my tits in. Yeah, Albert, it was good anyway. Like, I could hear you. Well, I knew you must have been typing away because every couple of seconds, your mic would come on for like a fraction of a second. Future topic. I know you've covered it before, but lots of new info on Article 13 is floating around, along with 3 possible options depending on which one to go for. And you'll check the Discord server later. Right, well, you see, Article 13 is something that I need to look into a bit more. Because I haven't looked into anything for a while, but there's I don't know if people can see who I'm subscribed to on YouTube or not. I think that you can. But there is a YouTuber, I'll just look up his name, because I really enjoy his stuff. One sec. And it's kind of out of the realms of things that you would expect from somebody that's into paintball, or at least possibly anyway. It's a guy that does wood turning. Subscriptions. I'll probably find it easier this way. Yeah, so it's a guy that does that does wood turning. I think his name's like Nick Zametti or something. Just going back through here. Nick Zametti. And alright, it's probably a little bit of a clickbaity title, but he's posted up no more videos due to me. No more videos from me due to Article 13. Now, even YouTube themselves. Now, obviously, like I said, that's probably a bit clickbaity, and I would say probably, yes, I love turning wood. No, I don't. Chan, be serious. I don't love turning wood. I love making wood rise. Right. Anyway, yeah. So. Oh God, stuff like that, it throws my train of thought off. Right, so what was I saying? You know something I don't understand? How is it that when I look on this camera, I think I look reasonably good, but when I look at myself on my live stream, I feel like I look like a ginger, fat, balding piece of shit. Anyway, right. That's enough of me putting myself down. That was unexpectedly sexually aggressive. Yes. Yep. Right. So yeah, even YouTube are posting up stuff about how people need to address Article 13 because there is potential that this could massively affect the future of the internet at least within the European Union. Now, depending on the Brexit that we get, this may or may not affect us. You see, if we go for the no deal Brexit, as is looking at a very, very good possibility at the minute, or, well, very good depending on your standing. Now, the whole no deal Brexit, in terms of the internet, may be brilliant for us because it'll mean that we won't be affected by any of the sort of rules or regs that the European Union decides to drop down on the internet. Sure. Most logical video I've seen on new info and certainly worth looking at. Nice one. If you can, Craig, will you drop that over to me on Facebook? Just I don't want to lose it in the comments section. So if I can look at it, I'll try and watch it over the next couple of days, I'll try and watch it as soon as I can. And at least next time we talk about this, if we might talk about this next week, then I'll be a little bit more up to date and I'll have a bit more of an idea what's going on. Because I don't want to pass on bullshit information to you lot, because I think that it wouldn't be right if I pass bullshit on information on yous. Then absolutely brilliant. Thanks very much, mate. I'll like I said, I'll have a look at it and I'll try and relate it back to you next week as best I can for those that aren't too sure, because it keeps me informed. So thank you very much. But yeah, there is a lot of, I think it's, as things currently stand, there's a lot of YouTubers are a little bit worried, because there's a Romanian guy that I watch who he's making he's making quite a lot of money, at least for where he is, from making content on YouTube. And with Article 13 plan on kicking in, or if it, at least is my understanding at the minute, kicks in, the guy is saying, his YouTube career is basically knackered. But he can hop the border, move a few mile away from where he's living, start uploading videos again, and it'll be perfectly fine. I mean, obviously, there'd be a big drop in his income, because I'm struggling to kind of explain it. There'd be a big drop in his income because all of those people within the EU wouldn't be viewing his content anymore. But at least he would still be able to make content and keep some money coming in. But it would also mean a big sort of upheaval in his life of having to move his life, possibly I suppose move his career, because he doesn't just make YouTube content. It's like a sort of a sideline. But anyway, it's going to be very interesting to see how it affects what all over the next few months, few years, because I've said it before, but there was apparently, I haven't seen the clip, I'm repeating this, sort of third hand. But as I understand it, not long after the EU Parliament voted, or I think it's the EU Parliament, not long after they voted yes on Article 13 and Article 11, there was a Swedish journalist approached a Swedish MEP, asked them about voting yes on Article 11, and brought up something, Article 13, brought up something about online football, and you do realise that this means that you won't be able to watch your football. This MEP must be a big football fan, obviously. And the response was, what? What do you mean I won't be able to watch it? It's like, because within the European Parliament, within the and bear in mind, I'm not a genius on this sort of stuff, I don't know everything. But as I understand it, the MEPs aren't actually given, and people are starting to zone out because I'm not talking about paintball now, but MEPs are not actually given all of the information about what they're going to be voting on. The information that they're going to be voting on is put to one side, and in a locked room where it's got a guard on it, sort of thing. You have to get permission for to go in and view it. You're not allowed to take any recording equipment in or anything like that. And yeah, I don't know if you've got a time limit, but basically you drop in, you look at the information, and you come back out, and then you go away and you vote on it. And even then, the votes are up, down, up, down. Do you want to vote yes on this? Yes. Do you want to vote yes on this? Or no on this? No, blah, blah, blah. It goes on like that. Anyway, I want to try and avoid going in too much into the whole sort of European Union, Article 13 stuff right now, because frankly, I'm not well enough informed. So take everything that I say in that with a pinch of salt, go away, do your own information, but it is something that I think everyone should be looking at the minute, because it could affect basically one of the biggest sort of platforms on the planet. And it wouldn't just be that, it would be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the whole whack. Anyway, let's get on with this. So, right, I think this is an interesting one, and I think it relates back to some stuff that we've talked about previously. About the whole sort of militarization of paintball. Now, I'm very much, I don't give a shit what your style is. You do you go out and have fun, and if you want to go full cosplay, LARPer, where you want to be a member of SEAL Team 6 or something like that, you do you go have fun. Yes, paintball. That's it. You go have fun. On the other hand, if you want to go full fantasy LARP and run around with, like a fairy sword and wings on your back and shooting, you make up yourself like a bubble cannon or something like that. If you're having fun, do it. Especially if somebody does actually make a cosplay like that and turns up to a game, I'll shake your hand because I think that would be probably brilliant for us to see. But anyway, it's like the hidden hedgehog sort of stuff. The fact that he gets dressed up in like World War II sort of things, and he's got a very sort of World War II sort of theme, sort of persona when he's on field. I do really like that. I think it's pretty cool. Maybe it's not my style, but it is cool nonetheless. And some of these guys, when they get decked up in all of their sort of the Milsim gear, they look fantastic. But again, it's just not my style. But now, this was just a very small topic that came up on one of the pages. I think it's How Big is Paintball? And it's probably been shared around a few other sites as well. But it's a paintball site in Virginia shared. They shared a photo, and it was some kids decked up with their paintball gear on field. And this must have been like a rental kid's birthday party or something. And somebody had dropped in. And now I'm assuming that they're not a native English speaker because of the broken English in it. And it's like, this is the sort of stuff that we've been fighting for years. And I don't think Milsim stuff helps with this, but I also think that this is the opinion that people will have regardless of if you have Milsim or not. And the thing is, these kids, they're decked up in like rental gear. They're not even dressed up like soldiers. They're not even dressed up, with patches on their arms and executing people or anything. This is just bog standard rental day. Notifications on my phone. I'm just gonna see if I can. I'm just gonna see if I can do that right now. There we go. There we go. Now I shouldn't get any random noises coming from my phone now. It might buzz, but no noises. So anyway, the bloke's come on and commented on this picture, saying, and like I said, it's a bit broken English. It's been translated from another language, so I don't even know what the other language was because it is a screen capture. Making trained to tell you more massacres in schools. Good things don't teach us. Now, like I said, it's broken English. Cheers for that. I'll have a look at that one in a bit, mate. Cheers. So, right, I'll close that down. Go back on this. Where am I? Right there. Phone is going to die. Shall we watch in the morning? I'll send the link before it dies. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers for that. Fuck me, I shit myself. I'm guessing that was to the notification there, mate. Yeah, so... But these guys, this guy's come on, and from what I can understand there, he seems to have a problem with the idea, like kids being taught how to go on massacres. And it's like, nah, mate. I'm a big believer of... If... I'm trying to think of how... proper loud, sorry, mate. It'll come through right beside the mic input. So yeah, I'm a big believer in. I think if anyone ever wanted to even consider doing a gun massacre or something, take them to play paintball, because I think it would drive any idea of them going on a massacre out of their head. Because the way I view it, if you've ever seen how easy it is to shoot somebody with a paintball gun, paintballs can be stopped by like a piece of wood that thick. Even thinner. I've seen paintballs burst on twigs. Bullets go through things. And if you're trying to hide behind something because you're one of these dickheads that decides to go and take a gun to people, a little bit of wood ain't gonna stop a bullet. You'll be dropped. And I think it's like, this whole idea of people going and doing training with paintball guns to try and take out people in, because I know sites have been raided for terrorism. Again, for one, paintballs and paintball guns don't act the same way that bullets and real guns do. If you've ever fired a real gun, you know that it's nothing compared to a paintball gun. I mean, paintball guns, you can stand there and just pull the trigger and pull the trigger and pull the trigger, and there's next to no recoil. There's no sound signature the same. Even if you fire like a 2-2 long round, I think it's a long round. Even them, they've got more of a kickback than a paintball gun, and it's just the idea that people would train for real combat using paintball it's ridiculous. At least it's ridiculous to me. Long rifle, yeah, that's a chance. Sorry, mate. Um, Personally, I think it's somewhat disrespectful if they haven't served and are dressing up as if they have. Now, you see, when it comes to that, if you're just dressing up in generic gear, you're dressing up wearing the full camo and all that sort of stuff, and you've got your rifle that looks the real part and stuff, no problem with that. Personally, I don't like when people dress up and wear insignia. That's where the line kind of stops for me. I mean, it's when you've got lads that are running around with the sword and daggers, or the dagger and wings from SAS. No, you ain't earned that. It's when you see like lads wearing like the wings and the parachute, for the power regiment and things like this, because these are elite regiments. No, you ain't earned it. If you want to, yeah, that's it. Patches and berets. I'm even fine to an extent with people wearing berets. I think it's slightly different to me when people start wearing like the red beret of the paras and things like that, or the green beret of the Marines. Those sorts of things that earned, and it is a bit disrespectful when people start wearing them. But if you start wearing stuff like, if you want to have like a Umbrella Corps loadout from Resident Evil, absolutely fine with that. It's a made up unit. They all pretend. I'm absolutely fine with that. If you want to wear those insignia, yeah, go ahead. Thing is, I'm not going to go along and rip somebody's patches off because I don't feel like I've got the right to do that. I think if a genuine squaddy was to go over and take somebody's patches off and say, "Look, mate, you haven't earned that," I would stand by the squaddy. But there is also, on the other side of that, some squaddies that are perfectly fine with people wearing regimental insignia and stuff like that. Everyone to their own, but I do think too much military simulation is bad for paintball. Well, I think it doesn't help with the image, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to have hurt airsoft. Or at least, I don't know. I mean, the same. We've talked about it before, but you do get your anti-gun nutters who they'll throw a hissy fit because of anything gun related. And the problem is with that, isn't going to matter if it's Nerf or if it's airsoft or if it's paintball. They do not like the idea of people shooting things at each other regardless. But the funny thing is, with those same sort of people, and I'm not sure if I've brought this up before, the same sort of people that throw a hissy fit about the idea of guns or anything at all gun related, they'll give their kids Harry Potter. Now, bear with us. They'll give their kids things like Harry Potter to read, and they'll sit and watch the films religiously. And in Harry Potter, all of the teachers are armed and all of the students are armed because to them, it's even in the books when I think it's the Prisoner of Azkaban where Sirius Black is on the run. I'm looking at the comments there. Where Sirius Black is on the run, the Muggle press, the normal non-magical folk press, put out through it's been leaked to them that that he's dangerous and not to be approached because Sirius Black has a gun, and then it's like from wizards and witches that don't know what a gun is, it's basically like a Muggle wand. It's like that's that. So it's a witch or wizard's wand is effectively a gun. I mean, yes, it can be used for more things than just shooting, but it's effectively a gun. And these kids will run around zapping each other with wands if you give them wands, but they're completely anti-gun. The parents, and it's a. Can you not see that? Christ, I don't know what it is, but it's like you take away toy guns, you take away wands and all that sort of stuff, and kids will, little laddies will pick up sticks and start pretending to shoot each other with sticks. it's like there is something ingrained. My wand is a weapon. Yes, Chan. It's something that's like ingrained in like in little boys to run around shooting at each other. It's like the moment you can go pew pew, they do. So it's my opinion is it's better to teach gun safety and to control it. It's kind of like drinking. Like when I was a little kid, I was gave like very small like small shandies or like little sips of certain types of drink. And as I got older, it wasn't anything that was sort of held away from us. So it wasn't like a um, expelli bukkake. No, it is. I'm pretty sure that you could probably write like a Harry Potter fan fiction that could probably have that in it. I mean, there is the whole sort of game of if you replace Wand with Willy in when you're reading the book, it apparently makes it a lot more funny. Um, but yeah, so I think there's a lot of this sort of stuff. It's kind of a bit hypocritical, but I understand people, like trying to find ways to protect people, and it's always the Helen Lovejoy of, but what about the children? But I think people kind of need to calm their tits a little bit, and yes, okay, address issues where they arise, but I think people just need to calm themselves down, stop being offended by everything. Right, anyway, so everyone on their own, but I do think too much military simulation is bad for paintball. I kind of agree, but I also kind of disagree. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna do unless we'll all swap over to military simulation. As long as there is a sport aspect of it that we can stand up and go, look, no, it's more than just people dressing up and playing soldiers. I think we've got a fighting chance. I would never dream of wearing my dad's Royal Marine gear. You know what it is, mate? I totally understand that. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't. I personally, because the other thing is also knowing if somebody actually has the right to wear that insignia or not. But like yourself, if you wanted to wear the camouflage gear and all that sort of stuff, not a problem. But just for me, like I said, I haven't been through the training. I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing Royal Marine insignia. But I'm not personally going to go and rip it off somebody. But as I said, I do think if a genuine squaddy was to go over and go, where did you serve? Well, I haven't. And it's like, well, why are you wearing that insignia? Because I think it looks cool. No, take it off. I think I'd back up the squaddy. Right. Albert's right. Paintball is a game, warfare isn't. Well, the thing is, I mean, even Tawny Ball is simulated warfare by rights. I mean, warfare doesn't just have to mean killing people. It can be like war games. I mean, you've got like war games within what's that? Comment on your link. You've got warfare as in like war games where I mean, in fact, like a lot of what paintball is known as war games. But it's true. Yes, it is a game. Warfare isn't yet. Yeah. Airsoft was made for fake operators. Yeah. The thing is, I can't diss Airsoft when it comes to replica equipment. That gear is spot on. But the fact that there is so many of them that, everything, I play Airsoft for the realism, and then you got a 500 round magazine and you won't get your gear dirty. I mean, we talked about it in an earlier stream. It was like one of my first streams where there was somebody had shared a link to a site to a video about using paintball BBs, and people were throwing full-on hissy fits about the idea if somebody shoots me with this, I'd chin them, I'd knock them out. And it's like, because somebody shot you with a little bit of paint. Key part of war games is the game part. Yes, yeah. But yeah, the idea that people would resort to violence because they've got their gear dirty. It's like, how? Just wash it? It's like paintball that. I mean, apart from Greg Hastings, no, people don't rock up to paintball games, with gear that's never ever been cleaned. I think Greg is probably the only guy that I know that just doesn't clean his gear at all. And I get what he's saying. Mud is the best camouflage. That's it. I do kind of believe that man could probably just disappear and because people would think he was part of the field. um, right. I think we should have a poll on Facebook. I'm assuming you mean poll. I'm guessing that was an autocorrect thing. I think we should have a poll on Facebook because the team you on about with the berets and patches should change the name because they ain't. I'm not on about any teams in particular. I mean, I do know who we are talking about, but I'm not bringing teams into this. I'm talking players in general. What I'm saying isn't a personal attack on anybody or anything like that. It is genuinely, I'm talking about players in general. And I think this applies to both paintball, airsoft, even Nerf, because I know that there is guys in Nerf that take things really, really seriously. So when you start looking into some of the high-end Nerf gear, some of it's actually kind of cool. I wouldn't play it myself, but it is kind of cool. But yeah, definitely not an attack on anybody or any teams or anything. I'm talking in general. But yeah. Right, anyway. So, another one I want to touch on. Why aren't paintball companies making cool shit anymore? It's oh god, no. No, just no. No, I'm not getting into that with no. Nerf darts are cooler when coming out of a cocker at 300 feet per second. They are. I found out Nerf dart. In fact, I didn't find this out. I was told this. That Nerf darts fit nicely down the end of the HDR 50. Yeah, they fit perfectly down a 50 cal barrel. Unfortunately, they don't survive being shot. Yeah. So I was told. I most certainly didn't destroy a Nerf dart at a site that I play at. I'm not getting into that. That's what your lass says. That's not fair, mate. Anyway, right, so yeah. Why aren't paintball companies making cool shit anymore? I genuinely want to know this. Before I came on the live stream, I was sitting on the toilet and I was reading my complete guide to paintball 2003. I think it's like the third edition or something. Third edition, yeah. Look, third edition. I don't know if you can see that or if it's back to front for you. Yeah, life isn't fair. And you're right there. And let's see if I can. I did put a bookmark in this. I did put something in here, but I don't know if I've actually got on the right page or not. Yes. Now, some of you may have seen this. Some of you may have not. I've never seen it in person. I doubt I ever will. I don't even know if it still exists anymore. But for those of you that haven't, that was the Tipman Hellhound. Have you seen it? See how cool that is? Just to tell you a little bit about it, for feature-wise, the number one feature is the Vulcan 10-barrel Gatling gun on the front of the Hellhound. The Vulcan gun is fed by a 600-round capacity ammo box. Those numbers need to be up, let's face it. Capacity ammo box above the driver's head, so obviously helps with gravity feeding a little bit. So the roof of the vehicle is essentially a large container for paintballs, effectively a hopper. The Hellhound does have a cyclone feed. The Hellhound does have a cyclone feed. It has 2 cyclone feeds, one on each side, and 2 large tubes. They look like vacuum cleaner tubes. They probably were vacuum cleaner tubes. Come down to each side of the Vulcan gun. The gun itself is run by a cordless electric drill and shoots extremely fast. Top speed is around about 50 rounds a second. Why isn't anyone making this stuff anymore? I mean, the Hellhound was actually made by Tipman. It wasn't just like it wasn't just a project that somebody made to take to a game. In fact, the Hellhound was actually made for trade shows as an eyeball catcher. And I think in the article it does actually say something about taking it out. But for the most part, they don't take it out to games because they reckon that it would be unfair. The idea of taking that into a game zone, because I mean it's a proper little off-road buggy. It would just be unfair for people, and it's like I kind of understand that, but also Take it out! I mean, it's 50 rounds a second, 600 rounds in the hopper. What's that? My maths is really bad. 100 rounds every 2 seconds, so what, 8 seconds to empty the entire gun? I like those odds. It takes on average, depending on proximity, but it takes on average about 3 seconds for a paintball or for somebody to see you and shoot you. And that's if you stand in the open within range. It takes it's roughly around about a second for 6 seconds. There we go. So, but it takes like roughly, it's like a second for somebody to see you, a second for somebody to aim at you, and then like maybe it's a second for a ball to actually reach you. You start running, and if they don't lead you, by the time they actually start shooting at you, they have lost 150 balls out of a 600 round feed. You send a few guys running in different directions and get them to shoot at you. They've emptied that, and then you can rush the tank. 12, you said 600. Yeah, 600 balls. 600 balls. So what's that? 1 second 50. 2 seconds is 100. So yeah, 6 seconds. Yeah. No, that'd be 6 seconds for half of it. No, yeah. So 12 seconds. Even then, 12 seconds. This is how bad I am at my maths. But 12 seconds for to empty the full feed. I like those odds. I don't particularly like the idea of being hit with 50 balls a second, mind. But I do like those odds. Oh. If I remember right, it fired Tipman Fat Boy grenades out the back. I don't know. I just had, like, I was skimming through the book, I was skimming through the article, and I saw that. But I do think Tipman, for game props and stuff like that, they have made some awesome stuff. And I still really want to get my hands on the suicide vest. If you look online now, it wasn't actually made for paintball. But if you look on YouTube and look up paintball suicide vest, Tipman, I think it was Tipman Tactical. So it's like more the sort of providing the military sort of gear. They did actually make a suicide vest that you filled with liquid paint. It had a little button on the chest, and where you basically you put on like a tack vest type thing. It had 2 little funnels on the chest there. It has a funnel on the back, and it's got a whole load of piping and stuff as well. But it's got a little button there, and it must be like a solenoid or something. So you click the button on that on the vest, and it squirts paint out in like a almost 360 degree sort of spray. I just want to get that. I really want to get my hands on it and get in amongst the whole group of enemy players and just atheism is unstoppable. Click. I think it would just be brilliant. It's something that I really, really want to do at some point. Even the thing is, I kind of want to have a go at making one, but then again, also saying that you want to make one of those puts you on watch lists. So, but yeah, I love the idea of some of these cool things. I mean, I think something like that, combined with like a Metadyne Thumper, that's another one. The Metadyne Thumper. There's a few other companies that have made, like Rap4 made a rocket launcher as well. But it's this big bulky thing. Whereas the Metadyne Thumper was, the barrel was about that long. And it was just a normal, like, sort of pistol grip. And you could screw an air tank straight in the bottom of the pistol grip, like a normal marker. And you could use that, like, you could use it as a normal marker. And they fired, like, little Nerf rockets. So I think the idea of having something like a Metadyne Thumper and the Tipman Suicide Vest would be a friggin' awesome combo. It's like, if you played a game where, like, you get RPG buildings. For the RPG a building, clear it out of players, you move up, and then get into, like, the surrounding buildings and just be able to run in, and for Jesus, click. Stuff it would be hysterical. It's I think is it Palmer's that made the paintball flamethrower? That is fucking awesome. In that video, I'm not sure what game it was. I don't think it was Living Legends, but it was some footage came out earlier this year, and it's this guy, and it, it's just the footage is brilliant. He gets into this bunker. There's a whole lot of other players around. The enemy are basically on the other side of this building thing, and he says like, "Where are they?" to these guys, and they're like, "Oh, they're just over here." And he's like, "All right." And he sticks the nozzle through like a hole in the bunker, keyholes the bunker, and just opens up and starts squirting paint through. And it's just like the sort of the meerkat look of the what? What? And like some of the kids being like, "Is that a flamethrower?" Yes, mate, it is, and it's fucking awesome. Like when he then later on he gets up against this wall, and there's some players just on the other side, like they're shooting through a window and stuff, and he starts shooting through the window, and you see he gets this guy full on in the face of the flamethrower, and the guy's head is just like completely, he's masking everything. It's just completely covered in paint. It's like that would be. That would just seeing something like that. Maybe he's not getting shot by it, but seeing something like that would make my day. The Metadine Thumper was based on a t-shirt cannon. Yeah, wait, this is it. It's I mean like a t-shirt cannon, really. Even that could be quite fun. I mean they fire them out there pretty hard, like. But even something like that, would be brilliant. But I just if they weren't so expensive, the Metadine Thumper is another one that is on my wish list of things that I would love to get my hands on. Because I just think they're brilliant. But you've got stuff like the Metadine Thumper, or there's the RPG from I think it's like an RPG from Rap 4, where you as well as firing the little Nerf rockets. What Rap 4 suggested you did was if you take some if you take like a kitchen roll, you get some kitchen roll, you wad it up, and I suppose you could do the same with newspaper. You shove a wad of kitchen roll down the barrel, and I think with the rocket launcher, the RPG, it's a little bit easier. I think it's got a slightly bigger barrel. You shove it down so it creates like a backstop and effectively bungs up the barrel. And then on top of that, you can, if you just leave it at that, you can then start doing stuff like dropping smoke grenades in. So it'll launch a smoke grenade, or it'll launch like a paint grenade or whatever. Not that I recommend doing it, but you can. But you can start launching things like smoke grenades. Or you can go for the sort of the musket cannon version of it. I don't know if that's my camera or what there, but it seems like my quality's dropped. Let's see if I turn this up a little bit. Hey, that quality's a little bit better. And hello, viewer. Welcome to the Low Energy Livestream, where I talk and ramble on about whatever people throw at us and things that I can find to talk about in advance of this. So hello. So yeah. So the other one is you can go for full on like full on cannon. You can shove a wad of paper down, tip in a whole load of paintballs, shove another wad of paper down, and then you've got a whole like bung of paintballs in there, and you can do like a grape shot. Now the idea is that's supposed to be used at long range, and I wouldn't recommend it for anything else other than that. But I know for a fact if I was to have a go at doing that, I'd have to have a go at shooting one of my mates and having one of my mates shoot me, because I think that'd be hilarious to do. It's a little bit along the same sort of lines as the I can't remember what they're called, the tag rounds. Except for the tag rounds, I think were a little bit too vicious for paintball. Because I think it's as much as people were saying at the time when they were being promoted that you shouldn't shoot them. They're not to be shot at people. They're only to be shot at buildings and things like that. I think it would only be a matter of time before somebody did fire one at somebody. Now that's what I'm saying. Things like the Metadine Thumper, firing Nerf footballs and stuff. I'm kind of not too bad with that. I think then I can't remember who it was. I'm not sure if it was Hustle Paintball or if it was Metadine themselves. They were running around shooting one of them at each other in a warehouse. They would wait till like somebody was in the middle of doing a job, because obviously it was their distribution warehouse. They'd wait till somebody was working, and then they'd sneak up behind them and from like the other side of the warehouse, or like at least the other side of like a little alleyway or whatever, just pop somebody in the back with it. And obviously, it must have hurt a little bit, but no more than like playing paintball really does anyway. But they just seem like really good fun. And I've wanted to get my hands on one for years, but again, out of my reach at the minute. Maybe it's one day in the future. Right. So let's change the topic. Let's move on a little bit. Well, I've just hit an hour. Right. So changing the topic a little bit. Couple of shout outs. We've got the Paintball magazine. I want to give the Paintball magazine a shout out because I think that the work that they're doing is fantastic. You know that they're trying to produce a regular magazine, which it's the same as anything. You know, I think they've had a few problems and stuff. They haven't been able to get one out every month, but they do one as often as they can. But I think that's because of numbers. It's a simple numbers game. If they aren't getting enough people buying them, then they probably can't afford to keep doing them all the time. Now, it would be nice if they could afford to do them every single month. Now, this is all just my opinion. I haven't been told any of this, so this is just assumption. But it would be nice if they could do, like, you know, if they could actually get the numbers of people buying them every month to have they be able to do it every single month. And I think they've got a Patreon account, so I don't know what the crack is with that. I do know that there's been a lot of people leaving Patreon lately, but that's a different matter. Anyway, so the Paintball magazine they're in the process of working on a paintball calendar. As I understand it, the price looks to be around about £6, with a small discount if you support them on Patreon. I think the idea at the minute is that it's going to be about £1. So like a £1 discount. So if you want to support them on Patreon, you want to help those guys get games, cover paintball and stuff, you can always go check out Patreon and find them on there. Throw them a little bit of money on that and give them some support. If not, if you're prepared to pay the full £6 roughly, because it isn't finalised yet, once these catalogues come out, great little idea to go on the side of the fridge or something like that, or if you've got like a workstation at work where you can hang it up there and you can show your colours, and you never know, you might actually even be in the calendar. oh. But yeah, if you're lucky, you might even be in the calendar, and it would be a great one to when people are walking past, people go, look, that's me on a published calendar. So there's that, but there is also you can also pick up the new copy of the Paintball magazine. You can go on the Paintball magazine's Facebook page, and there is a video there of somebody kind of going through it, giving you a bit of an overview of the nice new fresh Paintball magazine. Again, I think that these are they're brilliantly priced. They're not massively expensive. It is a little bit more expensive than you would expect to pay for a magazine in a shop, because obviously these are the more limited runs. They've kind of got to have postage and packaging included as well. I've just ordered mine tonight. Hopefully it should be making its way to us. I'll probably obviously get it after Christmas now, but that's fine. It might have actually been nice to have it for Christmas, for going around to people's houses and stuff. But you know what it is. You know what it's like. So anyway, if you're interested in either the calendar or the magazine itself, you can find the information for those on www.paintballmagonline.com. Again, as always, there are links in the description down below. So feel free to go check those out. You can either check them out now or check them out later. If you want to do it now, I won't hold anything against you about the fact that you leave my live stream. So I realise I ramble on, I get distracted, and sometimes I just don't even end up talking about paintball. Great paintball live streamer, aren't I? Right, another shout out. Now, as you know, I normally do shout outs for games that are coming up this weekend. I normally do shout outs for games that'll be being played the following weekend from whichever live stream you're watching. But I saw this come up on one of the pages earlier on, and I thought, you know what? I'm actually going to share this. I think it's not a big game or anything. It's just one that I thought I'll give a share. I'll give a shout out for it, because at the time I was looking for information. I was looking for things to talk about, and I came across this. So, Skirmish Army tryouts will be being held on the 13th of the 1st next year. So that's the 13th of January 2019 at the Skirmish Pro Training Centre. Registration is 9 a.m. on field by 10 a.m. and it's £40 a box, £40 including a box of GI Custom. And again, if you're interested in that, there is a link in the description down below where you can contact one of the guys who is organising it, or must be the guy who is organising it, and you can see, you can contact him, find out the details for it, and go along and get yourself involved with a team. You know, if you're looking for a team, what better way to do it than rock up to a tryout? Even if you don't make the cut, it still gives you an idea of what to expect in future if you go to more team tryouts or anything like that. Alright, comments. I'd love to see a mag back on the shelves in the shops like in the 90s. Well, so would I. I think if we could get a magazine back on on shelves like there was back in the 90s and things like that, I think that would be a great step for us, because for one, it provides a bit of legitimacy to what we're doing, and it would, there's the chance of somebody that's not interested in paintball seeing it and going, I'll have a look at that. Like I said, I mean, if you see, now I know this is a bit dated, but the same concept applies. If you've got, like, let's just say this was a paintball magazine, and you see that lying on the either side by the magazines, or you see it on the shelf or something like that, and you see paintball along with that, paintball along with this. Most people, when they think of paintball, they think of rental days and stag parties and kids' birthday parties and things like that. They don't think of the tournament end of stuff. I mean, even, it doesn't always have to be that, but it doesn't have to be the tournament side of stuff. Because I think the bright colours and things, that does help draw people's attention. But also seeing some of the milsim sort of stuff might draw in some of those guys that were previously playing airsoft. It might get some of their attention and think, well, hang on, I can go and play airsoft and it's cheap, and you can have literally bang on 1-to-1 replicas, but nothing hits like a paintball. You can go play a day's paintball and there's an actual fear behind getting hit. Now I know there is a little bit of that in airsoft, but I played it myself and I got shot up a few times, and I barely felt anything. And I don't know if that's because I've been desensitized to by paintball or what, but it just didn't have the same sort of buzz for me. Because for all, yes, paintball, it's not going to take your arm off or anything. There is enough of a whack there to give you something to have a little bit of fear of. And obviously with anything, the more that you get hit, you do build up a bit of resistance to it. I mean, if anyone that's seen Albert on a field taking hits, it's either a very high pain threshold or a bit of a build up resilience to it. But but there is something there about people don't generally want to be hit numerous times over and over again. And yeah, I think you might have some guys that would cross over from airsoft to paintball if they saw that they can still dress up and use the same gear, because a lot of them don't seem to realise that. They can dress. He does like to take it. Yes, so I've heard, and so yeah, I've seen it as well. But so yeah, like, you can get those guys to cross over because they can wear the same gear that they're wearing, and it just washes out. Because a lot of them don't even realise that paint washes out. They seem to think that they're being shot at with, like, fucking Dulux or something. That we're launching tins of Hammerite at each other. But if we can kind of show people that that's not all it is. I mean, I was trying to sell tickets once at in a shopping centre. Not for the company that we all hate, but for an independent company. I was like dishing out flyers and all that sort of stuff and trying to get people interested. And I actually had a fair few blokes that would, like, when you said, "Oh, would you be interested in the day's paintball?" A lot of them were giving it things like, like, "Oh, I've done the real thing." And it's like, respect to you. Thank you very much for your service. And I couldn't follow it up. I didn't want to harass people. But there's but why not just run guys that dress up in uniforms and run around and play soldiers? There's so much more to paintball than that. There's so much more that we can do and that we do. As I tell punters, it turns me on. Oh, yeah. The thing is, when you're a ref, you've kind of got. If you're reffing, you've kind of got to do some of that sort of stuff. It's like you sometimes have to play the hard man and just take getting hit, because the sharp realise when they're shooting you, if you don't respond, they're wasting their paint. But if you respond, they'll keep shooting you just because the node pisses you off. Little bastards. Works a treat. Never get shot when I'm a marshal. Yeah. That's it. You've got to have your little tactics and stuff. Oh, just getting a message there. I'll leave that. I'll leave that alone for now. I think. I must think playing the hard man means having a massive stonk on. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be wrong. I mean, grammatically, not actually having a stonk on the field. I think if it did actually turn you on, that's that's on the verge of like some 50 Shades of Grey sort of shit, ain't it? But however, Chan, I mean, we have seen the photos of Albert with his kid off. You know, those massive saggy boobs. I put a girly voice on and cuddle the biggest bloke there. No, it is, Albert. I believe that would work. I've got every faith that would work. Oh. In fact, Albert, have you still got that thing? Have you still got that outfit thing with the massive saggy boobs and the proper hairy fanny and stuff? Is it gonna see a field again at all at any time soon? The granny abomination. That's the one. Yep, that's the one, Chan. Yeah, flashing granny. It was kind of horrific, like, but it was also brilliant. Aha! Hello, Ben. Hello, welcome. Welcome back. I'm assuming from your Facebook message before, did you forget that we're joining tonight? That we're getting together tonight? Did you lost track of time? Anyway, you're here now. It's all right. All is forgiven. Right. You know, I'm kind of wondering. Net issues. Fair enough, mate. It's like the other night. That I think it was live stream number 2, where it was just me kind of whinging all night that my computer wasn't working because for like 3 hours it was updating. I wear it at the I wear it at the knockout at BZ Hindus. Fair enough. Ben stumbles into us talking about Albert's cross-dressing. Yeah. Hey, he makes one hell of a woman. It's the knockout. I bet, you know what it is? I bet it's a good laugh. Right, but yes, welcome, Ben. We've had some good conversations going tonight. I think it's been going reasonably well. Run, Ben, don't look back. Well, there's always time to escape. I haven't actually tracked down all of your addresses yet, so I'm working on it. But hopefully by this time next year, I'll have enough of yous made together for one flesh suit. You mean weird? Yes, weird. Kind of went. I think I went a little bit dark there. Right. So this was one that was propositioned to us by Ben the other day. At least this is how I took it anyway. Is there a correlation between hopper and mask price rising and the reduced desire for high-end markers? No, why would Ben run? He can join in. So yes, do you think that there is a correlation between the rise of hotbar and mask prices and other equipment for that matter, and the reduced desire for high-end markers? As we've talked, this is in sort of connection with the previous conversations we've had. And hello, viewers, welcome to my live stream where I talk random shit and I try and entertain you. I try and make you smile. I try and make you happy. So we talked about this, I think it was in the last episode. Maxine reduced desire, I think. Yes, well, this is exactly it. This is what me and Ben have been talking about in sort of private. I'm not getting my kid off that as a sight that nobody wants to see. Even my wife makes us turn the lights off so she doesn't have to look at us. Can you remember It's a Knockout TV show where people, ran this whole course. We weren't entertained. Well, you know. I know what you mean, Albert. I bet it's a good laugh. You know what? I'm pretty sure. I'm adamant that I changed the settings on this so that every comment would come up and not just like have to approve anything. I'm pretty sure, and it just still does what it wants. I'm still really annoyed that I can't get my live chat to work before the channel before the live stream actually starts. And the only thing I can kind of think of is I'm not getting. Maybe it might be because I haven't got enough subscribers or something like that. Because obviously I can live stream relatively early on in my channel. I don't need that many members or anything. Does YouTube censor rude words? Yeah, it does. And then I've got to go back in there and approve the comments. So if I stop talking and I'm all of a sudden like this, and that's what it is. You're going to spam rude words now, aren't you? Yeah. When you start looking into stuff like cocksuckers, yes. When you start getting into the political side of stuff on YouTube, the YouTube censors a hell of a lot of stuff. They are actually starting to go over more towards trying to be. It's known as being advertiser friendly. Like there's a lot of my live streams that, well, in fact, most of my live stream videos, a lot of my videos in general, that could be deemed as not being advertiser friendly. So when, for that small window where I was actually making a little bit of money on YouTube, and I'm talking like pennies, when my videos were actually being advertised, and going after memes and stuff, when I was actually running adverts on my videos for that like month that it happened, I nearly every time I uploaded a video, I had to it would go on being monetized, then almost immediately be demonetized or put in a limited state where it was only if it passed certain standards, or if only like certain things like YouTube Red and stuff like that, I would still make money from YouTube Red views. Don't even know what YouTube Red is. Also tells you off for sending too many comments too quickly. Yeah, there is that one as well. Now, hello, extra viewer. 8 viewers on my stream. Hey, get in. I'm kind of now wondering if somebody's maybe just shared a link, and that's why all of a sudden I've got like a bit of a surge in viewers, and I'm probably just gonna look like a tit in front of more people. I don't understand that at all. The advertisers don't even know anything about the channels they get put on. Now that's yes and no. It's Christmas. Yeah, well, I'm kind of hoping that because it's Christmas and people are off, I can cash in on that and force people to watch my shit. But yeah, so well, you see, that's part of the problem, Chan. I'm drifting away from paintball here, but I think it's kind of valid, obviously, where we're going with the conversation. There has been a few hit pieces have been wrote about bigger YouTubers. I mean, obviously, we're talking people that are way, way, way bigger. I might force you to watch my shit, because at the minute, if we don't have a YouTube moderator in here, I could just stand up and drop a juice for yous, and there'd be nobody to catch us. What exercise would you recommend for paintball fitness? I can recommend exercise, but you don't get a belly like this by doing, crunches. Girl, I've sent you a letter. Yeah, masturbation does help with masturbation does help with with wrist exercises anyway. But no, in all seriousness, exercise recommended for paintball fitness. Cardio, because regardless of whatever play style you've got, chances are you're going to be doing a lot of running. So if you can get out and go running and things like that, finger banging helps with trigger walking. I don't know if it does, mate. I mean, going like that, I suppose it depends on how you're doing it. If you're double clicking the mouse, then maybe. But anyway, back to actual fitness advice from a fat man. So anything cardio, so exercise bikes. Oh, hello, here's the dog. So exercise bikes, going running and jogging, things like that, they will help. Prove that comment. The other one I recommended years ago, and I kind of got laughed at it, but there was a few people picked up where I was coming from. Yes, I see you. Do you want to go out on the stream? Come on, jump up. Come on, jump up. Come on. Ah, there we go. There we go. Yes. See the camera? See the camera? No, he's not looking. That's Chad. That is not nice. We're meant to be nice and positive here. Right, so one that I got kind of laughed at a little bit for suggesting years ago, and I actually think it's a great one for paintball fitness, is boxing. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go and get in the ring. If you wanted to take it that far, then that's up to the individual. But boxing training itself, I think, is a great one for paintball fitness, because for one, they sort of you don't even have to go as far as sparring. Just working on pads with somebody that knows how to work pads, and it's doing things like learning how to moving from the waist. Because with paintball, when it comes to things like doing snap shooting, you're doing all the same sort of movements. You're rocking from the waist, where in boxing, if when you're in your boxing stance, you'll be moving from the hip. It's like the dodging and weaving sort of stuff. I think it's a fantastic one. It builds reflexes, it builds core strength, which is where a lot of being able to play paintball well comes from. At least the sort of the physical side of it, not necessarily knowing where to shoot or knowing when to shoot and things like that, but the actual just down to yourself for physical fitness. Being able to move, dodge and weave and all those sorts of things comes in very handy. No problem. If that's useful to you, then brilliant. But as I said, I might not be the best person to ask about fitness, because over the past few years, my belly has grown significantly larger, and I don't dodge and weave as well as I used to. Right, so comments. Big Mac with cheese. I love them, mate. Masturbation good if you're a pump player. Damn right. But I do have a few problems with short stroking. HIV positive. What? Wrapping presents. Not at the minute, I'm not. Albert's a fucking good pump player. He is. He definitely is. Muscle memory. That's where it all comes down to. You should try boxing. Well, that was the thing. That was where when I was in the top end of my tourney days, which wasn't that high. It was like playing a few national tournaments, and they guessed it a few times. It doesn't matter. That was the thing. When I first started playing, I was in very good shape. I was 13 stone, and I wasn't ripped or anything like that, but I was slim and I was fit and healthy, and I could run for ages and not be knackered. And that's it all about. I'd now dodge salads too. But I did circuit training, so I was doing all of the stuff that a boxer would do for training, but I wasn't boxing. I've got no interest in fighting. I don't want to fight. It's not something that, I think it's something that's good to watch on TV. That's about as close as I get to fighting. But it meant that, like, when I first started playing, there was guys that would say, like, it was a nightmare to try and shoot us. Because there was one guy which I always remember playing at the Yorkshire Paintball Centre, I was down behind this tiny little mound because at the time I was small enough myself. I could get behind tiny little bunkers. And this guy who had been trying to shoot us, and he'd been trying to shoot us for ages. And after the game coming up, it wasn't like shaking my hand and being like, trying to shoot you was like playing whack-a-mole. It's like, it's one that has always kind of stuck with us. It was great, you know. And I kind of always hope that I'll be able to get myself back down to a smaller sort of size, like a reasonable sort of size, lose a fair bit of weight, and be able to start running again. But as I slowly get older, I realise that it's probably not going to happen. I've just got to kind of, realise what I've become. But yeah, like I said, that was where I got the idea of using boxing training for paintball. It is really good for. Is that straight vodka? I wish. But it would sometimes it would help, but I'd also be dead by the time I drunk that, because since I don't normally drink, it tends to hit us quite hard. But yeah, that was where I got the idea of using boxing for paintball training, because it's like I said, when it comes to things like snap shooting, I mean, if you think about it, you've already got your hands up in that sort of like area anyway. Now this is more for a tourney player. When you've got your hands up in that sort of position anyway, in fact, what have I got? That'll do. And oh man. Rummaging. Damn it, where's my tank? Aha! Right. what we got? Sure. Is that straight vodka? Nah, he's always off his nut. I have problems, but my mum had us tested, so... I remember the first time I played against you with your arm, and you were like shit off a stick. Yes, I used to be like shit off a stick. If I could... The thing is, if I could have like the sort of body mass that I have now, but toned and fit and healthy, I'd probably be alright. Right. So, I'm not going to do this all the way in because there's like shit macro line on this and I need to replace it. But, like I was saying, if you take the idea of... I better just try and find... There we go. Now, hopefully that doesn't fall over because it'll pull things over. Oh, no. There we go. Don't want that to happen. Oh, no! I'm pulling things over. There. Right. Now just shit on a stick. Really, Chan? Really? Thanks. Yeah, so like I was saying, you know, if you're in your sort of your boxing stance, your hands are up, and you're trying to dodge hits, you're moving from your waist. Bad example, but it may be a bad example, but so you're moving from the waist, you're doing the sort of ducking and diving. I'll move back a little bit and I'll try and do this. But then, see, like I'm saying, you know, you've got your hands up there already. Then all you need to do is you're basically just moving your hands out in front of you, and then you're still rolling. You're still rolling from the waist. So it's the same sort of principle to an extent. And you can use that. But I'm your shit. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're my shit now, Dave. Yes, Albert. You're old Sterling. I really like this. I can't believe how smooth the pump stroke is on this. I mean, going from me old Phantom. Right, where is it? It's stuck. So, having the Phantom, it's got quite a stiff pump stroke on that one. Oh, seen that? That's because I haven't that's from handling my sword from that I use at District 23. that black stuff just sticks to you. It just sticks to you and stains. But anyway, so the pump stroke on that, it's a bit stiff, because, well, not even with that pump handle. It's the original pump handle on it. I actually had to file out the inside of it when I first got it because it came off of an old unibody Phantom, and it was actually too small and too tight for it to fit over the centre feed breech, or the newer barrels. So yeah, I had to file out the old one a little bit more and make it run a bit better. But yeah, that one, it's just, there's a lot more resistance to that, a lot harder pump stroke than that one. It's just a buttery smooth. And playing at District 23 with that was just beautiful. And I'm actually really looking forward to taking this out and playing with it again at another game. But since I got it, I did try and change the macro around, and I bought some cheap macro off the internet. And it turned out it was really bad, really cheap. I think we've talked about this before. It's like paper thin macro. It's useless. Apparently other people have tried it and it bursts and all sorts. So I now need to try and source some new macro. But decided that because of the I don't even know where it would be classed as. But basically at the back of the body here, where the macro line goes in and everything, I want to try and change that round so that I would have the macro running down the side where it would be a little bit more ergonomical. So as a result, got that. You know, see ya. But meant that I had to do that. I had to mash together a whole load of, wait, was it 2 macro fittings for to be able to run it out the side? But I think it kind of makes us think classic auto mag. It all seals up and everything fine, so I'm happy with that. I just need to get the new macro for it, and then I can take this out again. This thing, I was really impressed with it. I'm actually really impressed with this. But I'm slowly building up a collection of pumps. Amateur. Yes, I know. I am very much an amateur in all of this. I try my best, but you know. But yeah, Ben, if you happen to have, you know, like probably what 12 inches of macro line just lying around somewhere, then pass it over. But yeah, I mean, even that one, that pump there, the pump stroke on that is, you know, it's quite hard. Now I think that's probably also because up inside the CCM kit, I think I've got a couple of springs in there, just for the help with the pump return. Originally, the springs that came out of that were actually from like box cutter knives. It was from when I had me what was it? WMA or WWA or something like that pump kit. I can't remember what it is. That one, it had no pump return spring, and if you'd cocked it, when you started running, it would cock. The bolt was that loose in the back. It would actually just slide backwards and forwards, and would just keep putting rounds into the barrel. So it meant that if you wanted to run somewhere and then take a shot, you had to run somewhere, then pump it, and then take a shot. You couldn't try running by somebody. You ain't got 12-inch anywhere. Mate, I'd probably pass out from blood loss. If I had 12-inch, you'd think I'd work for a living. Well, it'd still be work, mate. It would just be a different type of work. My Proline Sterling STB Turbo something else. I'd still be using it if it was center feed. Yeah, it's a shame that I mean, I suppose you couldn't have anything, like you couldn't remill it, or I think you suppose you could rip the parts out and replace it with a center feed body and try and get an anno match, but it wouldn't be the same, would it? It wouldn't really be the same. I need to find somewhere to put that just, like, I mean, especially the other side. That must have been where it's been like getting put in the floors. I've been sort of crawling around, but it's just, I need it. Well, I suppose I'll stick it back in my kit bag. It's ended up rank, covered in stuff with it. But that's the other one. This is like my long sword. It feels huge. Oh god. Oh, I'm glad nobody's clipping parts out of these videos yet. Foam knife, no, foam sword, mate. Or foam short sword. But yeah, this is my long sword. In fact, yeah, the barrel's actually longer than the blade. But this thing, it's a when I'm it's this used to belong to Tib. Used to work a guy used to work at Just Paintball, and it he apparently used to play tourneys with it in France, and because Tib, for those that don't know, barrel tag counts. Yes, barrel tags count. Tib was a French guy that came over here and was working over here. I haven't spoken to Tib in years, but great guy, absolutely fantastic lad. But used to play tourneys over in France and used to talk about playing pump and stuff. And this thing, it's another one this is actually very smooth, lovely pump stroke on it. But it just feels like the barrel is absolutely huge on this one. I kind of wish that I'm sort of tempted to see if I can get all my Phantom stuff anno matched, and then I won't feel bad about sticking a shorter barrel on this or something. Because at the minute, going from from that nice anno to I don't know, let's go for this one. Oh, is this even going to fit? Oh. Going to something like that. It just doesn't feel right. It feels like blasphemy. I suppose the black on the underside of the barrel does kind of run into the black barrels nicely, but it just doesn't look right. But the other one is, of course, it would kind of take away from it, like from me micro Phantom, from it looking like a real gun. I mean, not that I think it looks like a real gun, but Christ, people have been shot for carrying table legs. So, but yeah, it's there's so much gear. He works for Tryout Games now. Yeah, well, that was it. When I knew him, he was I think he was at uni, or he'd been to uni, learning about like game design and stuff like that. And I'd like to know how he's doing, because he was a cracking lad, and if he's doing well, that would be good. But yeah, either way, I've got his old Phantom now, and that's something that I love. I actually, in my profile picture on Facebook was actually me playing on the tourney field at the speed weekend with that thing, and I think it's the first. Although I'm not sure if it's the first time I played pump on a tourney field, but it was fun. It was great fun playing with that. Yeah, so that's me having a bit ramble on about pumps and stuff. But yeah. Oh man, trying to keep the momentum going here, keep the conversation going. I'm just having a quick look, see what's going on, see if it's been said and stuff. Ooh. Thank you very much for the share, Albert. Let's just have a quick look, see if I can find some stuff to talk about from this sort of stuff here. What's that? What have I commented on? There's another video that's been going round. It's been doing the rounds on like some of the airsoft sites and some of the paintball sites and stuff, and it's all these kids. They're the yellow vests and blue vests run around. It looks like a paintball site, and it looks like they're playing airsoft, but they're all like shooting each other from point blank, like trying to shoot each other in the face and stuff. And I think they're actually using gel blasters. Gel blasters, for those that don't know, they're basically like a worse version of paintball and airsoft. They fire around about a 6mm ball bearing type thing, but you have to soak them in water overnight. I think they're a little bit bigger than a BB, but you soak them in water overnight, they swell up, and then you tip them into your hopper or whatever gun you're using, and you can shoot each other with them. And apparently there's a lot of people in Australia are kind of getting into them, because in Australia they're actually still classified. For all you can get some that look very realistic. In Australia having incredibly strict gun laws, you can actually get some that look, yeah, they look really very realistic, but and you don't need a license or anything to have them in Australia, so people are using those. But the problem is, I actually considered trying to see if I could get my hands on one, because I was going to take it down to the indoor field I play at regular, and run around and just have a bit of a laugh with it, play along with the guys playing paintball, see if I could actually use one to get kills in a paintball game. And looking at them, they're very low velocity because obviously they're just trying to make them fire. They're mostly designed for children anyway, but they're a bit naff, and just yeah. I mean, they're good for getting people in that can't like in Australia. They're good for getting people to be able to play combat sports that can't normally, but they're just a bit naff. But I mean, I think the best one that I could find could only shoot about 20 meters. So, and even then, the ball's traveling that slow, you could just step out of the way of it. It's just a bit meh. You need to get a Splatmaster. Now, talking Splatmaster, are you talking the original Splatmaster, or are you talking like the new sort of stuff? Because the original Splatmaster, damn right, I've been trying to get my hands on an original Splatmaster for quite a while now. Because I still think those as a secondary, they're cracking. They're a great fun little paintball gun. I mean, what more do you want? All you need is a 10-round tube and a 12-round, and then the Splatmaster, I think, is one of the only guns, not the only gun, just one of the only guns that you can hump fire. And I'm not talking like bounce here. It's not hump fire. It's hump cock. You can hold it, and if you holding in one hand, and say you're holding an objective in your left hand and you're trying to shoot with your right, you can hip bang it to cock the original Splatmaster. Yeah, that's it, Richie. The original Splatmaster. It's gotta be the original Splatmaster. I can still remember Scotland versus England, like years ago. Me and Lippy taking on like shitloads of people, and he had a Splatmaster, one of the OG Splatmasters, and I had my stock class Phantom, and we got a special shout out at the end of the day. It was great. It was we just ran around with that stuff all day, just taking people on. It was just so much fun. Like Lippy doing commando rolls around bunkers to try and take people out. It was just great fun. Right. The law knows there's one reason Paintball Pete now lives in America. Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, the bloke. Obviously, I don't know all the details, but if for your love of a hobby you have to go to another country, that's a bit shit. Your laws, isn't it? Yeah, it was. I was really sad to see Lippy go, man. He was cracking. He was she was cracking. Really good laugh. I was thinking about something today. I used to be heavily into online gaming, and me and Lippy used to play together online a lot. We used to play Call of Duty and stuff, and I was wondering, because I haven't even touched my Xbox in years. I haven't been on Xbox Live in like over 5 years, and I kind of still wonder if his account's still on my friends list, because I just don't know. I miss Lippy. No. Yeah. So anyway, what can I talk about? Anything else on here? Yeah. Going back to when I was talking about Tib though. I don't know if, because I kind of got in like a bit political a while ago, a couple of years back, and I don't know if it was, if I said something that offended Tib. If I did, then I didn't mean to offend him. But obviously, when things start getting political, people start getting offended, and it might have been that, or it might have just been a Facebook not like glitch, or maybe he's wiped his account or something like that. But I did notice a couple of years back that Tib wasn't my friend on Facebook anymore. But personally, I never add people on Facebook. I'll like if people want to add me, then I'll check and see if they, if we're I'll check and see if if we've got mutual friends or anything, like what they're into and stuff, and if, or even if somebody messages us and talks to us and knows us and stuff, then I'll add them. But I never go out of my way to add people. He noshed Tim and own his pants. I never noshed him, and I don't own his pants anymore. I sold them on to somebody else a few years, well, not even a few years ago. I think it was like earlier this year or something. Because I wasn't using them. The only plain pants I ever use are my JTs, so I don't need anything else. Sure. Talking cool shit in paintball, I'd love to make a paintball tank. Yes, I'm right there with you, mate. Years ago, I wanted to make a paintball tank for to take on Universal Paintball up there, and I thought it would have been great, like a great addition for just have like to drive around the site, and I always got laughed at the time, and then it's something that's always kind of stayed with us, and then the fact that North versus South allows you to take tanks on, thought was just so much fun. I would love to build one and put one in, but talking to that, I still think that apart from the Hellhound, apart from the Hellhound, which was actually made by Tipman specifically for, well, I mean, obviously it was made for trade shows, but it was something that was designed by a paintball company for paintball. Apart from that, I think the best one I've ever seen was this guy on YouTube, and the video is ancient now, but it was for like his college project. He made a paintball tank. I'll see if I can find the video and I'll link it in the description. But this thing, it's, in fact, yeah, there we go, Tiger paintball tank. It's just amazing. And there is video footage somewhere online of him using it in a game. And this thing, it's just a miniature Tiger tank. It's like, how much cooler can you get? Right, there we go. That should be the link to the Tiger Tank video. But yeah, go check that out. It's like, just hell, even if it means leaving my live stream and going and checking this out, check it out, because it's awesome. And again, like I keep saying with some things, I wonder if the bloke's still got it. Because I mean, he'll be a grown bloke now. He's probably like, I mean, what does it actually say when it was made? 24th of September 2007. And I'd guess he's probably like, maybe he's 18 at the time, so he's probably around about the same sort of age as me now. I find I'd be very surprised if that thing still exists, but it would be brilliant if it was. And you can see that there's been proper thought has gone into this. I mean, they actually made the tracks and everything. It's not just a shell that's been stuck over a car. This thing is brilliant. Yeah, go check it out when you get a chance. Speaking of, do you think Martello's ideas and awards would be Speaking of, do you think Martello's idea of an awards that would be unbiased would be a good idea? If it was unbiased, yes. I think an awards ceremony could be really good fun, but it's the problem is, it doesn't matter how much people try and say it's unbiased, there will be accusations of being biased. And I would love to see, because I think I was always pro the idea of having an awards ceremony, but there is accusations that will come in of being biased, and I don't think we can get away with that, because there'll always be teams that'll be jealous that they have lost out, or players that'll be jealous of them being lost out. I do think when you get to the point where people are predicting who are going to win, and they're right like every time, I think that's when there'll be problems. But at the same time, it also comes down to, if like let's just say with John Smith goes to the paintball events, he gets into paintball the beginning of next year, is proper hammering games. You know, he's getting out there. He gets to the point where he's up at the front and he's leading battles and stuff. And that guy gets the Player of the Year. Yeah, I kind of understand. Maybe he's been in for like 6 months, and then he goes, right. I'm gonna get a team together. I want to get a team together, and I want to go out there and play games and have fun. And he gets a team together, and that team then goes on and starts in the front. And you go, like when we're all going to games and we're seeing John Smith there getting right in and stuff, and you're going, hang on, yeah, this guy's really loving it. He's really putting in the work. He's really putting in the effort. And you go, well, he's a cracking new player, and he's doing all this, and then you get right his team, they're getting objectives, they're winning games, blah blah blah, and you go, that right, I would say he's definitely going to win Player of the Year, and he's definitely going to win Team of the Year, or his team's going to win Team of the Year. When you get stuff like that, it's like, yeah, it's a given. People are going to say, yeah, okay, we expect it. But if you get teams that have won like Team of the Year multiple years in a row, you're going, right, well, this kid's going to win Player of the Year because of the XYZ. And then it all comes up, and it's not like playing ability and things like that. Then people are going to get pissed off, and there's going to be claims of it being dodgy come into it. But if they can maintain it being unbiased, absolutely fantastic. I think it would be brilliant. Yes, because the honestly we're fixed has left the business. Yeah, well, that's it, yeah. Do you mean the yes, we're honestly not fixed? Have you seen the American school bus they had Living Legends that they turned into a tank? No, I haven't. Albert, if you've got video of that, send it. Is this like the magic school bus? Miss Frizzle took a turn down the wrong street. Harrogate game many years ago with mini tanks. Good laugh. You know what it is, Richie? That video footage still does the rounds. It still goes round and round of them driving around in the little mini tanks. I know it's not from that Harrogate game, but it must be the same tanks. And I think it keeps making a recurrence on things like Lad Bible and stuff like that. And because I didn't play the Harrogate game, did I? I'm pretty sure it was like you. There was Rich and I'm guessing Swamp Thing and Craig were probably there. But I think there was Chris was there as well, who played with her for a while. It was some the heads you weren't supposed to shoot the drivers, but if they were shooting at you, then they're gonna get shot at, aren't they? But while the heads were exposed, so people were lighting the masks up, so they couldn't see where they were going. So that's the problem with having parts of your body exposed in one of these vehicles, is people will shoot the exposed area. I mean, paintballers are fucking good at overcoming obstacles. So if people want to play, they will find a way to do it. And I think a great one was, there was a team of paintballers, I can't remember what the site was, if anyone knows, post it up. But there was a team of paintballers took on some guys from, I think it was the Gadget Show, where they built a paintball tank. And they had cameras on it and all this sort of stuff, and they had a big supply of ammo, along the same sort of lines as the Hellhound, but they had it above them that they gravity feed down. Well, that worked at first, and there was I think there was 3 buttons on the tank that the players had to touch to knock the tank out, and the players sharp realised that if there was just a plastic tub that was feeding, that had all their ammo in, so all the players just started turning their guns on the tub and destroyed the ammo supply. As soon as they destroyed the ammo supply, those players then were able to just run in and hit the buttons. And there is video footage of that online. You can hunt it down on YouTube. I would share it if I actually had any idea where to find it to share it. Right, what else we got? Yes, already won game of the year. No, in all fairness, they did put on some bloody good games. It was the overselling that did it for them. That was what did them in. At least that was one of the things that did them in, at least in my opinion. Where was it? Saving Ryan's Privates, the first and second one at Yarm, won game of the year, not shite. Yeah, Well, oh, that's another one. I never got to play it, but I was told that it was a great game. Takeshi's Castle. You know what it is? I think a whole load of us were able to go and take part in that. I think we'd do pretty well. I mean, we're all used to like scrabbling around in mud and trying to like climb over obstacles and stuff. So I think we'd probably do quite well. Plus, you know, we all know we can take a good hit. Campaign slash Holmbush. Again, I think it's Holmbush, which is it Holmbush where they used to run the pump games? But I don't know if they still do that or not because they've kind of gone quiet on that. I think in one team they did actually have a reasonably good pump community down there. Mythbusters did a min car chase test with a G6R mounted on the bonnet. No, I haven't seen that one. But there was it Audi, where they did one with the Barrett 50 cals mounted on the bonnets of the cars, because there was a big thing about there was a big thing about the fact that the Barrett 50 cals that were used on the bonnets didn't belong to the person who gave them to Audi to use in the video. That was what was said at the time. Right, not paying the bills. I have no idea. I'm not sure what you mean. Right, Albert, how's the diet going? Right, some good news on that front, and some good news and some bad news. The diet is over for now, and I think it was about £19 that I lost. So £19 in 6 weeks. I think that's pretty good. So I dropped down from being about 17 stone 9 down to 16.4. So I'm pretty happy with that. There is a lot more work to go in, but I'm happy with that. But of course, now that I'm finished the diet, this week, because I've been off all this week, and of course it's the lead up into Christmas, I have been eating a lot more than I previously had been. So I've probably put a little bit of weight back on. Probably most of the weight that I lost back on. But but I'm still working at it, still going at it. So hopefully, once I get Christmas out of the way, I'm gonna go crack back on with the diet and try and keep going and lose a bit more weight and try and get my fitness back up a bit again. But since we're talking about that, how are you doing, mate? Because I know that you've been working at it yourself as well. But while I'm waiting for you to respond to that, we'll check some more comments. That's a nice fade. Who cut your hair? My mother. Don't I pay her? I just have to be a good son, and she cuts my hair. It's great. Hollenbush is where the UK Woodland Masters are ran. Yes. The Woodland Masters, that seems to be growing from like strength to strength. In fact, if I could, because I know it's a bit of a hike to go down there, I think the Woodland Masters would actually be quite a fun one to take part in. Yeah, old age. I'm not sure what you mean, Chan. And just wait on that one. So anyway, before I go, because we're coming up to the 2 hours mark, so I'd like to try and keep these below 2 hours. Oh, well, not really. I try and aim for around 2 hours. Sure. Yes, that's it. The Woodland Masters does seem to be doing really well. Anyway, so before I go, I'm going to pimp out the Discord server again, because we're coming to that point now. Hold that thought. Still on mine. Last night ran first 5 mile without stopping. Nice one, Arbat. I'm now down to 17 stone from 2 from 18 stone 7. Mate, well done. Very well done. There's no way on God's earth I could run 5 mile, like, nah. I could make 5 mile, but there's no way I could run it in one go. I went out on my bike this morning and I did I think it was 11.9 mile. So I don't. If you look on me Strava, because I think I've got you on Strava, haven't I, Albert? I never start my Strava at home and I never stop it when I'm like I never stop it at home either. I always started away from home and stop it away from home. But I think I did like me track on Strava was about 10 mile odd. Ride on when I tracked on my Fitbit, that I do from home to home, and that one was like 11.9. And no, I didn't fall off my bike, Ben. That was really. I just started using clip-in pedals. What can I say? I meant to lean off my bike one way and fell the other. But yeah, mate, Albert, that is brilliant. That I keep going with that, mate. You're doing absolutely amazing. You should try C2. 5K, it's an app that builds up over 8 weeks. Um, Thing is, at the minute, I just don't have time, but I might actually check it out in the new year because that's the other one. I think most of we're in this stream at the minute, we all pretty much know each other. There might be a couple of people in here that I don't know, but I don't have any problem telling them. Um, I've put my notice in at my weekend job. I finally cracked. I finally had enough. I can't take it anymore. Working 7 days a week. So as of the 13th of next month, I will only be working 5 days a week. I can't wait. It's been 3.5 years now that I've been working 7 days a week, and I want to have a bit of a life again. I can't wait to have a bit of a life and just be able to go out and do things like go for a walk on the weekend, or go out and go play paintball on the weekend, or go for a run, or like even go out on my push bike. I can't wait for it. Start off 60-second run, 60-second walk, 60-second run. Yeah, that's it, mate. That's what when I was a lot younger. My granddad used to try and get us to do a bit more fitness, and that was basically the sort of thing that he used to do when he was younger. Was he did it by the lamppost though? Like run a lamppost, walk a lamppost, run a lamppost, walk a lamppost. And the problem is, like, depending on where you are, sometimes they get further apart. That's not fair. What am I going to be doing those 2 days? Just trying to have a bit of a life. Anyway, right. Well, I think I'm going to basically end the live stream around about here. But before I go, I want to pimp out the Discord server again. So I'm going to drop in there for probably about the next half an hour to an hour, something like that. If anybody wants to join us, there is a link in the description just down below. It should be just down below this video. Possibly not if you depending on how you're holding your phone, but I'm sure you can find it. Yeah, join, have a bit of a chat, see what's going on, and we're gonna have a bit. We can carry this on. But I think I'm mostly done for live streaming tonight. I'm starting to feel pretty tired. It's been a very long day, and I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. If you do, if you're not already subscribed to us, click the subscribe button and tune in. I'm here normally Wednesday nights. I'm sorry, this is Thursday night this week, but I'm normally here on a Wednesday night, streaming from 8 o'clock until around about 10 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. Tune in and say hello again. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and if you join it, I'll see you over in the Discord server. I'll catch you later. Now, again, as always, I'm now going to work out how to turn the live stream off. Hey, I'll see you later. Thanks very much.